Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Saturday, December 24th, Christmas Eve. Got mixed precipitation working through the weekend, predominantly going to remain snow further east, but we are seeing freezing rain and mixed precip, especially across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, some of our southern lower elevations. And we're keeping our eyes on an atmospheric river arriving next week with continued unsettled weather as we round out December. Key points we're going to focus on today. Do have mixed precipitation continuing through the weekend. We saw snow overperform yesterday up north with a 4.5-inch report in Rexburg. So certainly there's going to be some moderate to heavy embedded bands in some of this snow that's working through, which will lead to some locally higher totals in places. Going to see a mixed bag of precip from rain, snow, freezing rain. That'll be creating slick road conditions, especially for the morning commute and throughout the day as you head into eastern Idaho and western Wyoming today. And as always, you can head to 511.idaho.gov for the latest road information and webcams. Going to be having light winds out there over the next couple days. Light boundary layer winds will support some locally dense fog and low stratus each night, with some overrunning of some mid to upper level clouds. May see some cedar feeder action, so continuing snow. You might not be able to see it on radar. It's going to be very low to the ground and generated in the lowest levels of the atmosphere, but you may be seeing some continued snow showers, especially in the mountains. Visibility in some of those areas of dense fog we've already observed today out below 1 mile out towards INL, and even 1/4 mile at times. Keeping our eyes next week, so we'll have precipitation continuing through the weekend with an atmospheric river arriving late Monday into Tuesday. We're looking at moderate to heavy rain and high elevation snow, both Tuesday into Wednesday, with heaviest precipitation falling on Tuesday. Main concerns with this, we're going to see some rapid snowmelt in our lower elevations and widespread rainfall, especially below 6,500, 7,000 feet. And that will create minor flooding concerns as we have, pretty significant amount of snowpack, especially in our mountains. So getting that rain on snow, even outside the Snake Plain, will prove problematic. Afternoon highs will peak on Tuesday, so we're looking at 30s to near 50 degrees in the Magic Valley for Tuesday for your afternoon highs, as temperatures moderate midweek back into the 20s, 30s, and low 40s, with again that continued unsettled weather pattern. Satellite this morning, do that upper level ridge continuing to our southwest this morning, and with that we are getting moisture streaming in from the Pacific. As we remain on the northern extent of this ridge, we'll be continuing to see some bands of precipitation moving in from the Pacific, but outside of that should just remain pretty light to moderate for accumulations, with a heavier precipitation arriving for next week. Weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. Main concerns today is going to be that morning snow and freezing rain across portions of the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, and South Hills, with snow and patchy fog for just about everyone everywhere else. For Christmas, we're going to have a mix of rain and snow to kick off the day. We're going to see continued snow showers and rain showers throughout the day, with again patchy fog during the morning hours. For Monday, it's going to be a little bit drier as you get towards, especially across the lower elevations further south and west, mainly just looking at some patchy fog, and it's taking you through the later part of the day into Monday. Snow will continue around the Island Park area through much of Monday, so looking at a pretty prolonged period of snow up there, with some afternoon and evening snow starting to work into the central mountains as that atmospheric river arrives into our area. With again, looking at Tuesday, got lots of moderate to heavy precipitation in our mountain areas, so looking at moderate to even major impacts as you get up into the higher elevations. For Wednesday, we're continuing to see that precipitation continue, and as far as seeing, those rates start to fall on Wednesday, but certainly a pretty impactful day Tuesday and Wednesday, with some breezy to even windy conditions, especially across our Snake Plain and wind-prone areas. Watches, warnings, and advisories currently in effect, so we don't have a blizzard warning in effect like they do up north in the northern Rockies, but we do have a winter weather advisory in effect for some winter weather. It's going to be causing some slick road conditions as pockets of freezing rain are developing on the I-15, I-86, and I-84 this morning. Latest road conditions from this morning, so you can see dense fog up there at Telegraph Hill. Headed out to Antelope Flats, it's snowing. Pocatello, we've just transitioned over to snow with some light freezing rain, and headed out to Hayburn as well. If we're seeing that light precipitation, freezing rain, mix of snow showers. So certainly a mixed bag as you get out there, but certainly going to be seeing some widespread winter travel conditions and slippery roads. 24-hour temperature change, so you can see very warm temperatures are right back in the area, so we're talking almost 60 degrees warmer up in Montana, but here in Idaho we're sitting at about 20 to 30 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. Here's a look at the radar this morning. Starting to see that enhanced precipitation begin to build up on the eastern side of the forecast area. Not seeing those returns in the central mountains, obviously because of just the beam blockage with the mountains, but those will be working out of the central mountains onto the eastern highlands, southeast highlands, and Snake Plain, making for an impactful morning commute, leading to some slippery road conditions and winter travel impacts. Take you through the remainder of the day. 4 a.m. we're going to have that moderate to heavy precipitation begin to start to work into our higher elevations. Now, will decrease in intensity throughout the morning with just some continued snow showers as you get east of I-15. By this afternoon, we're seeing a slight uptick as you get especially further east up towards Idaho Falls, Rexburg, Island Park, and taking you through tomorrow morning. So this is late Christmas Eve, and we've just started Christmas Day. Seeing continued precipitation up there in the eastern highlands and a little bit of a surge of moisture again for Sunday morning. So again, staying light to moderate for precipitation impacts, but taking you throughout the day on Sunday. Still going to see some rounds of light snow and rain in the lower elevations, and as you head further up north towards Island Park, should remain all snow with, again, just some light to moderate bands as they continue to work throughout the day. And looks like towards the later part of Christmas, we may see, again, just a slight resurgence of some of that moisture, but again, staying fairly light to moderate in precipitation intensity. And taking you to Monday morning, things will be mostly dry. We're going to have a little bit of a break in between this and the atmospheric river, so keep an eye on that for next week. As far as additional snowfall amounts today and tomorrow, we're generally looking about a trace to 3 inches in our valleys, with some of those highest totals, again, east of I-15 and in the higher elevations above 7,000 feet. Temperatures today, so this year's looking at Christmas Eve. We're seeing single digits out there in Arco this morning, but afternoon highs should warm back up into the 20s, 30s, and even some low 40s as you get further south. Christmas Day, again, teens and 20s are going to kick off your morning hours with afternoon highs in the 30s and mid-40s. And by Monday, we're seeing those temperatures continue that warming trend. Overnight lows in the 20s and 30s. By afternoon on Monday, 30s, 40s, pushing 50 degrees as you get out into the Magic and Treasure Valleys. And by Tuesday, this looks like it's going to be the warmest day of next week and probably for the rest of the year. We're going to be seeing the temperatures in the morning, widespread above freezing. So that's going to prompt a lot of valley rain, not seeing a whole lot of snow throughout the day on Tuesday at our lowest elevations further south. But by the afternoon, much of everyone will be seeing rain at their lower elevations, especially with widespread highs in the 30s, 40s to low 50s. And by Wednesday, we're going to have a little bit of a cool down post-atmospheric river, so we're going to have at least a little bit more colder air working in behind. So a little bit chillier for Wednesday morning, 20s, 30s. But by Wednesday afternoon, still been the 30s to low 40s, and that'll be kind of where we'll stick for the remainder of next week. And again, increasing confidence surrounds that atmospheric river event. It's going to be arriving Monday night with moderate to heavy precipitation. It's going to be mostly rain, mix of rain and snow in our valleys, but with heavy mountain snow. So as you get into higher mountains above 7,000, 8,000 feet, it's going to be an all-snow event. So we're looking at a pretty impactful period of snowfall in the mountains. But at our lower elevations, keeping an eye on that snowmelt, which may lead to some potential flooding concerns. Post-atmospheric river event, we're looking at a pattern of continued active weather through the remainder of next week, so keeping the showers and chances for rain and snow in the forecast to round out December. We've been following this integrated vapor transport forecast the last couple of days. You can see the GFS here on the left is still remaining fairly bullish on bringing a lot of that, integrated vapor transport values of greater than 250 into the area. The European remains slightly more conservative, bringing that more further south and east of our area, but certainly still lining up pretty well with location of that area of low pressure off the coast of Oregon and Washington. But it'll just be kind of seeing over the next couple of days exactly how much moisture is able to make it up and over the Sierras and into the Intermountain West and Rockies. 7-day precipitation, so this is taking you through December 30th, looking at a very impactful period as you get out towards the Pacific coast. But as you head further inland into our area, again, we're seeing, at least half an inch to an inch in many locations, with some of those higher totals approaching that 1 to even 3 inches in some portions of Idaho. And here's a little bit of zoomed in area. So again, Pocatello area could see anywhere from a half inch to an inch over the next couple of days through 7 days. And as you head further south and east, especially up north as well, out towards the Central Mountains, looking like a fairly impactful period, especially as you get out towards the western upslope areas of the Sawtooths, Pioneers, and down through the Boulders and White Clouds areas, especially as you get through the south into the Treasure Valley, up towards McCall as well, and as you get up into the Panhandle of Idaho. In summer this morning, do have mixed precipitation out there. It's going to be a snowy and rainy commute for some. We're seeing that snow overperform yesterday further north up in Rexburg, so we could see some moderate to heavy localized totals today, but it looks like everyone will get in on some mixed precipitation. All snow further north and east you are, but it's going to create slick road conditions, so keep that in mind as you're headed out the door this morning and throughout the holiday weekend. Going to be seeing light winds supporting patchy, locally dense fog over the next couple of nights with visibility below 1 mile at times. And we're keeping our eyes, again, on the atmospheric river. Confidence continues to increase. That will be arriving late Monday into Tuesday with moderate to heavy rain and high elevation snow for Tuesday and Wednesday. And we're seeing the heaviest precipitation falling on Tuesday, keeping an eye on those minor flooding concerns. But that wraps up your weather briefing for today, Saturday, December 24th. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Having a great day.